Would you love a brand new or nearly new 25 or 26 foot sports cruiser with all the benefits, the performance, the reliability, the advanced technology of a brand new powertrain, but your budget won't stretch to the 150 grand or so required to buy one? Well, you could own this stunning 4WINS V258 for less than a third of that price. For well under 50k, we've got this beautiful 4WINS V258. Now, you've probably noticed it's not a new boat, but it does have an effectively new 2022 Volvo Penta 300 horsepower V8 powertrain, a complete front to back new powertrain with only 29 hours on the clock. So that's the engine, the dual prop steering drive, all the engine controls, the full works. So this is basically, it's a used boat, but it has an effectively new powertrain, still under manufacturer's warranty, and the whole package is in beautiful condition throughout. I think it represents fantastic value for money because you've got all the peace of mind, the benefit, the reliability of a fantastic V8 300 horsepower powertrain, but at a fraction of the price of what you'd have to spend to get that same engine in a brand new boat. So we're going to take a walk around this boat now. We're going to show you the condition that it's in. We're going to show you all the features inside it. We're going to walk you through that power pack in detail and just demonstrate the value that's on offer here and hopefully give you a better idea of whether this might be the right boat for you. So this is a stock boat of ours. It means it's been sold with one of our in-house 3-month warranties to start at the beginning of the 2024 season. Now that's in addition to the factory warranty that this boat still has up until the end of May 2024. But you can buy this boat with complete peace of mind. It has been through our workshop and it has been fully prepped, detailed and made ready for sale. Everything is working on the button and it's in great condition. It's a 2005 boat, but the crucial thing about this one is that it has that 2022 Volvo Penta V8 300 horsepower stern drive with only 29.9 hours on the clock. This thing is a really nice boat. I think that this size, it's 26 foot long and has a beam of 8 foot 6 inches. And it's a nice size. It's a good sweet spot. You know, it's not too big if you're stepping up from a smaller sports boat, whether it be a bow rider or a cuddy. You know, it's easy to get to grips with. 26 foot long, it's easy to handle around the marina. You can put it on a trailer and tow it on the road as well if you want to get the boat into a shed for storage over the winter, if you just want to tow it to newer cruising grounds. So it's that nice compact size, but it's still got 4 berths downstairs, separate toilet and shower compartment, nice little galley, great space in the cockpit as well. And this one's actually category B rated, so if you want to use it around the coast, it is category B rated for coastal and offshore use. So stunning boat in beautiful condition throughout. Taking a walk down along the port side of the boat, it has it's actually called sand or sandstone hull color band in the gel, and it's offset and brought out really nicely by these anthracite pinstripe graphics. So a nice metallic anthracite graphic, and it really stands out, complements the black anti-fouling really well. 4WINS are a nice high-end boat, so really well constructed from new and well finished off with stainless steel rub rails, stainless steel handrails, stainless steel surrounds on your port lights, stainless steel cleats as well all the way around. So a really smart looking boat in beautiful condition. As I said, it's been through the workshop, fully compounded, polished, detailed. We got the original 4WINS badge in back here. We've got our V258 Vista badge, model identifier up there, shore power connection point. Coming all the way back to the stern corner here in the port side, it's in lovely condition as well. We've also installed brand new EVA foam decking throughout the cockpit of this boat, which looks really smart, really freshens it up, makes it look a lot more modern as well. And yeah, taking a look at the port side of this boat, it's in fabulous shape. The bow's in good condition as well, no trailer damage, although this boat can be trailered and indeed has been kept on a trailer in the past. There's little or no trailer damage on the bow, which is great. We've got this nice stainless steel anchor roller. We'll take a look up on the foredeck whenever we get up on board there, but anchor roller, anchor chain locker, forward cleat, rub rail, or bow rail, sorry, in great condition all the way around there. Rub rail also in lovely condition. You've got 2 portholes on this side for the cabin and the heads compartment, again with those nice polished stainless steel surrounds. Hull bottom has been freshly anti-fouled with a coat of black anti-fouling paint, and it looks really smart as well. So yeah, gel coat is in perfect condition. Beautiful reflection to it. And that sand, it's quite an unusual colour. You don't see too many boats with that colour, so it is going to stand out from the crowd. And I think I've always liked the look of these Four Winds. The there was a 248 and 258 with the Four Winds badge back here. Big chunky stainless steel cleat. This is your heater vent. There's a heating system on board this boat. This is your tank vents. What is that up there? You've got a fuel filler point there as well. So VHF antenna. Again, the corner on this side is in lovely condition as well. That stainless steel rub rail wraps all the way around the back of the extended swim platform. But yeah, I was saying I always like the look of these things. They're like a classic sort of powerboat lines. The way that hull colour band sweeps down at the stern, down to the waterline, you know, and the nice curve to the windshield. It gives a lot of volume inside in the cabin, but it does it without, you know, taking away from the overall look or lines of the boat. I really do think they're a nice modern looking boat, even to this day. So yeah, beautiful condition all the way around the exterior. Taking a look below the waterline, this boat, as I said, and you're going to be sick listening to me saying this by the end of the video, but it's got a 2022, effectively brand new V8, 300 horsepower, 5.3 litre Volvo engine matched up to this duoprop DPS stern drive. So the drive is also effectively brand new. The full powertrain was replaced in May of 2022, which is great because if you're looking at other boats of this age, you know, 05, 06, 07, 08, and they've been in the sea and they're raw water cooled, in my experience, those things are getting very, very close to the end of their serviceable life. And a lot of owners are, I'm going to get into a rant here now, but a lot of owners are limping on with these things, and they're, you know, spending 2,000 or 3,000 a year trying to keep them going, and they're really kind of throwing good money after bad at this stage. If you've got a boat that's 05, 06, 07 or early 2000s, it's been in the sea and it's not closed cooling, you know, if it's raw water cooled, salt water's been going through that engine, going through those engine manifolds, those things are done or very nearly done. They're so troublesome. We're constantly having to turn people away because we don't want to get involved with them anymore. So the fact that this owner, the previous owner of this boat, not me, thankfully, but the previous owner of this boat bit the bullet and put a brand new engine in it, that is a really good thing. Now, the price of those things is crazy. There's a reason that a new boat like this is 130 or 150,000, but yeah, it's kind of the only proper way to sort it out, and it's going to give you another 20 years of trouble-free boating. So that's what this boat has, the engine and the stern drive. So brand new drive, fitted with a pair of stainless steel duoprops. These are FH4 props. They give this boat incredible acceleration on the plane. I have had this boat out on the water. It goes fantastically well. Up on the plane in a heartbeat, runs right up to about 40 miles an hour. Because this thing's basically brand new with only 30 hours on it, everything's perfect. Bellows are perfect. You know, the whole thing's still covered under Volvo Penta factory warranty as well, so you can buy it with complete peace of mind. Trim tabs on this thing as well. Anti-foiled all the way around the back. Depth transducer for a new marine chart product that's on board also. And yeah, everything looks just as good below the waterline as it does above. One of the big improvements we did to this boat was install this brand new EVA foam decking. So it's teak effect decking with sort of teak color and black pinstriping, which ties in nicely with the anthracite pinstriping on the hull and the nice dark gray pinstriping on the interior upholstery. I think it looks really smart. All the new stuff that's coming out now, all the new factory boats, sports boats are being offered with this type of decking as an option, and it is, you know, it's high end. This is top of the line stuff, and it's brand spanking new, so it really does look the part. It's very easy to clean as well. It's great. It's nice and soft underfoot, but it really does lift the look of the boat. And you know, if this thing, given the condition, the exterior, the decking, and certainly whenever you see the controls in the dash and fire this boat up on the jetty, you know, it's going to pass for a couple of years old easily. It looks a hell of a lot younger than our age, but beautiful condition. Full width swim platform at the stern, so it's easily board from either side. We've got a folding 4-step, a really deep actually, 4-step bathing ladder, so that goes really deep into the water, so it's easy to get in and out of the water if you're swimming off the back of this boat. This boat would be a great boat to ski from as well, because of that 300 horsepower engine and the way it gets on the plane. You could definitely pull skiers, water toys and stuff with it. We've got a shore water hookup point there. That's an old stereo remote, which is no longer, it's redundant because we've put a brand new Bluetooth stereo in, but we left it so there's not a hole there. We've got a transom shower, hot and cold running water here, so you can rinse off after a swim. We've got a closing transom gate, so you can keep kids, small kids and pets inside the boat whenever you're underway. Your battery isolator switch is really easy to get to there as well. 4-way isolator switch, so you can just reach in, switch the lights on whenever you're boarding at night time or whatever. We've got this great layout then, single level cockpit all the way around, apart from one step up to the helm seat, but there's nowhere, you know, it's easy to get in and out of the cockpit. You've got an offset lounger area here on the starboard side, with a probably 3-person wide bench here, 2-person wide bench there, so you could easily sit 5 people or maybe 6 around a table that sets up in there. We'll put that table in position in a wee while. So you can put a table in there, sit around, have drinks, or you can also convert this area to a sun lounger very easily. So we'll do that now. Actually, this seat backrest folds forward. We've a nice, easy to access storage bin in underneath here as well, so you can lift that seat up. Just a bit of weight to it there, but you've got access in there for dock lines, fenders, you know, convenient access to all that type of stuff. Then as we come into the cockpit, we've got a cockpit wet bar here on the port side, so a nice little sink, a couple of stainless steel cup holders. We've got a removable cool box there, nice big igloo cooler, so you can take that home, fill it with drinks and pack it with sandwiches and food and stuff, bring it back, put it in there. We have a 12-volt power socket here, and we've also got a 240-volt power socket for whenever you're plugged into shore power. We've got a heater outlet here as well. There's an Eberspascher diesel heating system on board this boat, with outlets up here in the cockpit and down in the cabin. We've got a little storage container or trash receptacle in here. There's another one of those down in the cabin. We'll actually leave that closed. I'll show you what that looks like closed. So close the cockpit or the cabin door, and then we've got our twin wide helm seat. Flip up bolsters for both seats there. Foam decking all carried all the way in through there, and the footwell also on the little steps up to the walk-through. And we've got this nice plain panel with the Four Winds logo set into it up on top of the dash, so you can walk out through that open and windscreen section out onto the foredeck. All the clips and catches, windscreen supports, everything's in great condition. Nice big, pretty flat foredeck up here actually, with all the surfaces are molded non-slip, so you can walk out here fairly safely. You could put towels down out here as well if you wanted to do a bit of sun lounging. You've got this deck hatch down into the forward cabin, and we've got this anchor locker up here. I have the anchor removed because I've got a new one coming for it, because the old one's a bit naff looking. So we've got a new anchor coming. Anchor locker down in there, and your chain. There's a name for this that I can't remember at the minute, but that's where the chain comes in and out, chain stopper. We've also got our forward cleats, new LED nav light on the bow as well. So really nice, usable foredeck area as well. Condition-wise, it is a 2005 boat, so it's not going to be perfect, but then again, you know, priced accordingly. But it's all the original upholstery. It's totally original. The original upholstery, it is in pretty damn good condition for an 05 boat, and totally acceptable as far as I'd be concerned. You know, I mean, there's no big rips or tears or anything. The upholstery still feels nice. The stitching's all good. You got all the original Four Winds logos laid into it. Nice two-tone with the white and beige, and then, as I said, this dark grey pinstriping, which really color codes well with the exterior. Also easy to keep clean. As I said, these decks are really easy to keep clean as well. There is a cleaning solution that we're going to give you with the boat, so it's easy to keep these clean as well. If you're the more eagle-eyed amongst you might have spotted these couple of wee spots here. Unfortunately, my showroom roof has sprung a leak about 2 days ago, and I haven't got it fixed yet, so there's a drip comes in that spot, and it's really annoying. But anyway, that's what that is. It's just a little drop of water. it will dry out. Low level cockpit lights, cockpit table goes in here. I must get that and show you that now in a minute. And yeah, nice upholstered side panels. You get the Four Winds badge up here as well. We've got a new LED light here, and then a really smart dashboard on it as well, with all this brand new Volvo stuff, which I'll walk you through now in detail. So this is a really cool looking dash. We actually replaced this panel here with a nice bit of piano black perspex, which I think looks really smart, because we've got a full suite of brand new Volvo instruments here on the boat. Well, let me turn on the ignition. It's keyless ignition on this now because it's this new Volvo system. So push button, turns on the ignition, brings on the instruments. We've got a Raymarine A-Series touchscreen chart plotter, little sort of 5-inch boil. And then we've got all the Volvo engine instruments. So we've got our oil pressure, trim position, rudder position, speedo, digital tacho with hour clock there, 29.9 hours on the engine from brand new, temperature gauge, voltmeter, and fuel gauge as well, digital fuel gauge. This is a combination chart plotter and fish finder, so it's going to give you your depth of water, work as a fish finder, and then you get your chart function as well, or you could set it up as a combination of the two. This is your little Volvo touch panel for your start stop button and ignition on. You've got that little fob, the wee Volvo fob control security system. And then over here, we've got an additional Volvo readout, which gives us things like fuel flow, total fuel flow rate, fuel remaining, fuel economy, time to empty. So it's a little trip computer, trip time, trip fuel, trip economy. So there you go. You've got a tow mode as well, so you can set this up if you are doing water sports, do your settings and all that sort of stuff. So it's a really nice little screen that gives you lots more information than you would have as standard with the older generation engines. We've also got a full fly-by-wire throttle control here as well, so you can do your tow. You've got cruise control here, so you can set a cruise control speed. You've got trim assist, tow mode. You can do your engine speed up and down whenever you're in tow mode. You've got your little engine gear position indicator here and your little status light. It's got the newer Deadman security system as well. You attach to yourself whenever you're out on board. And it's fly-by-wire, so digital throttle and shift, so super smooth shifts, really nice controls. And yeah, I mean, it just totally brings this boat right up to date. Turns it from an old sort of 15-20-year-old sports cruiser like any other one out there to a sort of brand new modern feeling boat. You know, these controls are lovely to use. Steering's nice and light. This thing goes fantastically well. Unfortunately, I didn't shoot a video whenever I had the boat on the water before, but we will try and do that in the next couple of weeks. But it's up on the plane in a heartbeat. You could definitely pull water skiers or water toys with it, no problem at all. It runs right up to about 40 miles an hour. You don't even have to give it full throttle to get it on the plane. Boat runs lovely. And yeah, that, I think it's, whenever this boat was brand new, it had 270 horsepower or something. So the fact it's now got 300 horsepower from actually a more compact power pack is great. You know, the engine's a bit lighter. It's 5.3 litre V8, but it's the newer technology, so they're lighter, they're more responsive, they're smoother running, they're more fuel efficient as well, and just a really nice refined power package. This is a boat that I would be more than happy to keep myself if I didn't need to sell it for the business. It is a lovely boat. You know, you can put it on a trailer. It's easy to keep, easy to store. You can go away with the kids and everybody could stay on board for a weekend as well if you want to. Loads of comfort down in the cabin and a nice usable cockpit here as well. And everything about it just looks really, really smart, I think. So yeah, we've got everything you could kind of need here for coastal navigating with the Raymarine, and we've also got a Garmin VHF 200i chart plotter. This is also fairly recent. It's only a couple of years old, I think. One other thing is whenever the engine was installed, there's an actual engine heater. So we've got the Eberspacher cabin heater, which heats the whole boat, and there's even an outlet down here at the driver's feet, down there. So But in addition to that, if you don't want to run that heater, it runs off a little separate diesel tank in the engine bay. But if you don't want to run that heater, you can actually just turn on this blower motor. You can hear that, it's very quiet. But whenever the engine's running, it blows warm air out below the dash. So you get heat down to your driver's feet. And with the covers up, it actually does a good job of heating the cockpit area as well, just from running the engine. So that's another added extra. And that's a Volvo Penta system, so that's good too. So yeah, lots of nice upgrades. We've got a steering compass up on top of the dash. Then we've got all our standard switch gear here for horn, engine blower motor, bilge pump, windscreen wiper. We do have a new arm coming for the windscreen wiper. So that's, again, you might have spotted the arms off. So it was a bit crappy looking. So we've got a new arm coming. Windlass switch, but there's no windlass in this boat, so that's redundant. This is the old ignition switch. This was also redundant. That's your another 12 volt power point. Over here, we've got an engine hatch. With an electric engine hatch lifter on this thing. We'll lift that up and show you the engine in a minute. We have, there's our courtesy light switch, navigation lights, and then trim tab controls as well. Everything is working perfectly because this is a stock boat of ours. Everything's working perfectly. So yeah, nice trim, lovely sort of varnished wooden steering wheel as well. Looks the part. All the side panels and bolsters are all good. We also, there's a fuse box down in here, which is handy on these boats. Again, because of the four winds, things like this, easy to find fuse box. It's not buried throughout the boat or individually fused. You've got another 12 volt power socket there, and you've got your CE category B plate there as well. So category B rated for 8 passengers. Just shows the sort of caliber of these things. So if you do want to use this boat around the coast, confident that it's got the ability to do that, even with a full load of 8 on board. So lovely dash, well set up for either coastal or inland navigating. A couple of stainless steel cup holders here as well, so the helmsman and the front seat passenger have somewhere to keep their drinks. And then underneath here we've another storage compartment. Let's just open that. There's like a subwoofer thing in there, and a wee ready easy access storage bin under the driver's feet. There's a little fire extinguisher and stuff. So access into the cabin then is via this split folding door. So slide the roof section back. This is actually in 2 sections, the door. So you get a mosquito screen there if you want to keep that open at night time without letting the insects in. And then that all clips open. All the wee clips and catches in this boat are all working well. And then offset access into the cabin, which I quite like, because what it means is that you've got better access into your aft cabin and just a more open plan space once you get down in here. So nice bit of space at the companionway. You've got your galley set up on the port side, forward V-berth dinette area that converts into a double bed at night time, TV, DVD player and stuff. Nice spacious heads compartment on the starboard side. Take a better look at that in a minute. And then great access into the aft cabin here, twin berth in there as well. So I am a big fan of this offset cabin door thing on these four winds. One thing I should say as well is that there's a good bit of headroom down here. I'm 5'10". There's probably another couple of inches above my head. So even if you're 6 footer, you're going to be able to stand up in here. We've sold a few of these boats in the past, the 4 winds V258 and the 248, which is a smaller version. And owners tend to keep them a long time. I've noticed, for whatever, I never really thought about it much until I was sort of getting ready to do this video, but very few, I don't think, they tend not to come back. I think I've resold a 248 on one occasion maybe, but owners do tend to keep them a long time. Most of these boats change hands every sort of 2 to 4 years, but these 4 winds, people do tend to hang on them a bit longer. Maybe it is because they are that wee bit more usable. I don't know, but yeah, they are. It's a very nice, spacious cabin for a 26 footer. You know, it's an entry-level sports cruiser, but it's definitely got one of the best cabins for this size of boat. At the door here, we've got light switches for your cockpit lights. You can turn these off and on from in here, which is good. So if you get up in the middle of the night, you want to go out into the cockpit, you can turn on your cockpit lights. You can obviously turn on your cabin lights here as well, and you turn on your fresh water pump for your fresh water system, so that your sink in the kitchen and in the heads compartment. So in here we've got our 230 volt shore power panel. So whenever you're plugged into shore power, you get your voltmeter. You can turn on your various bits and pieces of 240 volt equipment. So battery charger, the fridge is dual voltage, the cooker is electric or alcohol outlets, panel lights and all that sort of stuff, water heater, microwave. So easy to access that. Storage bin there, another removable trash container, so you've got one in the cabin and one in the cockpit. We've got our microwave oven here in great condition, bit of storage in here. There's a TV antenna in there as well. Storage up on that top shelf. Huge big sink, nice big sink, hot and cold running water. Storage bins in behind there, little magazine rack down here. You've got a single burner alcohol or electric stove, so you can run that off shore power or with cooking alcohol if you want to. And then we've got our dual voltage refrigerator, so just turn that on. So it runs off 12 volt off your battery, so it works whenever the boat's out on the water. And if you come into shore power and plug it in, it'll automatically swap over to 240 volts, so it's not draining your batteries. We stainless steel handrail, more sockets here, 240 volt and 12 volt. And then another really nice thing I like about these Four Winds is it's a full fiberglass liner in the cabin here. So this is all fiberglass flooring with rubber mats or rubber back mats that you can throw down. So it means you can keep the mats clean. You can take them out and clean them, throw them in the washing machine or whatever. And if you do get a bit of a spill or something in here, it's easy to mop it up, and you're not going to, your carpets aren't going to be soaked. And that's the whole way. All these seat bases are all solid fiberglass as well. Storage and underneath all of these, all the way around. So pile of storage there, storage around the seat backs, storage shelves up there as well. These are LED downlighters, so they're low battery draw, and you got a couple of little conventional ones there if you just want like a warm, soft light as well. These cushions are actually, they come off, they're removable. You can take this table out, there's a filler piece goes in here, and then those two cushions go down on top, so that's very easy to make up your bed at night time. And you've got stacks of headroom up here, loads of sitting headroom. You'll easily accommodate 4 or 5 people around this table, not a problem. And sit and watch the TV at night time, have a meal, whatever you want to do. All leatherette headliners and stuff, and with that and the fiberglass floor, it's a breeze to keep down here nice and clean. This is all the original upholstery as well, and it's all in perfect condition. All the timber work is in perfect condition, all this veneer and all that sort of stuff. You get the mirror up forward, all the upholstery is in great shape. Nice polished table as well. So yeah, really nice down here. A couple other quick things to point out: carbon monoxide alarm up here, and your heating system, Everspasher diesel heating with the outlets in the cockpit. You've also got an outlet here, and you have an outlet in there in the aft cabin, and with that heating going, the thing is piping hot in no time at all. This is a brand new Bluetooth Pioneer stereo that we've just installed as well, and it's actually pretty decent sound system. Because it's Bluetooth, you can control it from anywhere around the boat as well. So if you're sitting on the swim platform, you can use your phone to turn the volume up and down and change track and all that sort of stuff. So little storage bin then and underneath that as well. So the heads compartment in here on the starboard side is spacious again for a 26-foot boat. Plenty of room in there. You've got an open and port light there. You've got a 240 volt like shaver socket. Storage bin above the sink. Standard sort of sink and vanity unit with this shower head that lifts out and clips up here. See, the whole compartment is lined and drained, so you can have a shower in here. Goes into the drain, it's pumped overboard. Little stainless steel handrail. Storage underneath there as well. And we've got light switch, macerator pump control, so you can empty the contents of the holding tank overboard. Storage bin has this little sanitizing thing that sanitizes the holding tank as well, which is pretty cool. And standard manual pump Jabsco sea toilet, which is antifreeze down it there at the minute for winter. So nice toilet and shower compartment. It means if you are going away for longer trips on board or overnight stays, you've got onboard facilities without having to go and use the marina ones. So there you go. Shower curtain to screen off the door as well. All nice and clean and tidy and fresh. That's the heater going now, that noise you can hear, and it's already starting to pump out hot air. So we'll just hit this wee switch to knock it off again as well. That'll go into a wee shutdown cycle. A couple of coat hooks there as well. So this curtain then screens off the aft cabin, so it clips back out of the way, and you got a nice big double bed in here, sort of full width of the boat. You do have this little storage locker down in the bottom. There's a pile of bits and bobs belonging to the boat in there at the moment. But yeah, we've also got all our camper covers in here and our tonneau cover. I actually put those up earlier, so we'll show you that video now so you can see what the boat looks like with the covers up. The boat is being sold complete with 2 sets of covers. So it has a flat tonneau cover, which goes from the front of the windscreen. It's just a flat storage cover, perfect for whenever the boat's being stored or if you're towing it on the road. And then we also have this full set of camper canvas covers that are up at the moment. So these are in a beige sort of sandstony colour to match the hull colour band of the boat. So I'll pop inside and show you them for a second. So the covers have an extended sort of camper back, as they call it. So it means you've got a vertical curtain at the rear, so you don't lose any headroom inside the boat. There's actually stacks of headroom in here, like, I don't know, a huge amount of headroom in here. So even if you're particularly tall, you're going to be able to walk around underneath these covers. The beige colour, these aren't the original covers, but they are several years old now. They're in reasonable condition, they're fine, we've cleaned them and waterproofed them. The beige is a notoriously difficult colour to keep clean. That's the only thing about it. If it was my boat, it depends how fussy you are, but if it was my boat, I think a nice set of black covers would really match the pinstriping on the boat. It's obviously got black anti-fouling on it as well, and the black piping in the decks as well. So I think a nice set of black covers will look the part, but we're going to leave that down to the next owner to decide. But these covers are going with the boat. All the bars and clips and catches, zips, everything's working perfectly, and they're totally serviceable. So I just want to show you these covers up and give you a look at them in the flesh. Back in the aft cabin then again, we've got a nice wee hanging locker in here. We have a heater outlet down there, so that blows warm air out into this area. You've got a little opening port light into the cockpit, so for a bit of natural light and ventilation. We've got 2 overhead LED lights as well. So again, a nice spacious aft cabin. On these boats, they can tend to be, this size of boat, they can tend to be a bit claustrophobic, but this one, because it's got this nice wide opening here and the nice high roof level and the opening port light, I think that it's a much nicer layout than those ones with the cabin door in the centre and you're having to crawl down a wee nook to get into the aft cabin. This is the bag, Four Winds bag for the cockpit table. So I'm going to take this out now and show you this. See, it's got the Four Winds logo and stuff on it, and that's in addition to the table down here. So you can have this table set up in the cabin, that table set up in the cockpit. I'll pop that in and show you now. So there you go, that's the cockpit table in position. So it's a nice size, everybody can still fit in around it. You sit 4 or 5 people around that, no problem. And it's got the wee Four Winds logo embossed into it there as well. So just wanted to quickly show you that. So it lifts up really high, so you get great access in around the engine bay. And then this is the best thing about this boat, in my opinion, is this Volvo Penta V8 300 horsepower 5.3 litre stern drive. Brand spanking new, out of the box in May of 2022, and it has only got 29.9 hours on it. So it is basically like split new, in immaculate condition throughout. Very, very nice engine. You got to see the sea trail video. We will be shooting the sea trail video of this thing in the very near future, and you'll see just how nice it is. But it starts on the button. It's very smooth, very refined. You know, it's very reliable, obviously, and very economical too, but great performance out of it. So the rest of the engine bay is fairly typical. You've got, this is the Volvo heat exchanger, so that's for the cockpit blower, so that's for your cockpit heater that runs off the engine. So coolant hoses are connected through that. This engine is closed cooling, so that's your header tank, which is great. So the seawater only comes in, goes through the heat exchanger and back out again. So if you are planning to use this boat on the sea, you don't have to worry about salt water running through the entire engine like they do on a lot of the older motors. This is closed cooling, so it's going to really improve the longevity of this boat. It's got a catalytic converter system. You see the O2 sensors and stuff here on it as well. So that's for emissions control and for fuel economy. That little heater thing's a great job. That's your discharge pump. This is your little diesel tank for the Eberspeicher heater. So you'd fill that with paraffin or diesel to run your Eberspeicher heater. You get your fuel tank down in there, big plastic fuel tank, which is great. Twin battery system, calorifier, which gives you hot water from the immersion whenever you're plugged into shore power, or from the actual engine as well. See, there's other hoses connected up to that to heat the water. And a new blower motor back there. A lot of this equipment in here is either brand new or has been replaced in the recent past. So that calorifier is not original to the boat either. So new fire extinguishers and stuff all fitted as well. So nice, tidy engine bay. Everything's easy to get to. This is like brand new, and it's still under Volvo Penta factory warranty until the end of May, and then we're going to take over with our in-house warranty for the rest of the season, you know, for another 3 months. So you can buy this thing with complete peace of mind. But I will try and get that sea trial video done just as soon as possible. It's always tricky at this time of year with the short days and bad weather, but we will try and do a sea trial video because this boat would really shines on the water with that power package. So there you have it. That's our Four Winds V258, a stock boat with in-house warranty, in addition to the factory Volvo Penta warranty that this thing still has until the end of May 2024. Brand new, effectively, Volvo Penta V8 300 horsepower, stern drive, front to back, the whole system, controls, engine instruments, stern drive, engine, the full works, plus a lot of other really nice upgrades with the new Raymarine touchscreen plotter, the little engine heater blower system, plus all the other spec that it has with the onboard Eberspeicher heating system, the EVA foam decking, the camper covers, the tonneau cover. This is a really nice example of one of these V258s. I think it offers certainly the reliability and the performance of a new boat at a fraction of the cost, and it's a really smart looking thing. Very nice condition throughout. We're going to stand over it with our in-house warranty from the end of May. When the Volvo warranty runs out, we're going to take that on for another 3 months. So you can buy it with complete peace of mind. It's very seriously for sale. I can work with you on a trade-in if you've got something to part exchange. If you need help with the logistics of arranging to get this boat to your home marina, let me know and I can help out with that as well. If you do have any questions about the boat, if you want to arrange to come and see it, or arrange a sea trial or a survey, please don't hesitate to get in touch. The best way to do that is by calling me on the number at the top of the webpage, or send me an email to sales@gulfstreamshop.com, or fill in the callback request form on this page of our website, and I will contact you at a time that's convenient. I really am a big fan of this Four Winds V258. I hope you like it as much as I do, and I'd be delighted to talk to you about it if you're interested. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you found the video useful.